Farfetch'd Reviews' review of Uncharted 3 will not be shown tonight. Instead, here is a review of Duke Nukem Forever. Yeah, sorry guys, change of plan. Duke Nukem Forever. This game. Oh, this game. Everyone knows the history behind this game, and for all 7 of you out there that don't, here's a quick summary. Duke Nukem Forever started development in 1996. It was originally going to be released on the Nintendo 64, but for 10-15 years, it kept getting delayed over and over again, being thrown around by different developers, being replaced with different engines. If you ever want to find the definition of development hell, Duke Nukem Forever would be it. It became infamous in the gaming industry as the game that will never be released, but a surprise, in 2011, Duke Nukem Forever was actually released, and everyone bought it, and absolutely hated it. It gained unanimously negative reviews on pretty much every site on the internet, and ironically, it's because of this that I even picked it up. I mean, it can't be that bad, right? Right? The plot in Duke Nukem Forever isn't exactly Shakespeare, and I doubt the developers of this game intended to make it the selling point, as it's pretty much the same as previous installments. Duke Nukem gets all the babes, like that one, pretty much all the babes. That is until one day, aliens strike and take away all the babes. This of course makes Duke Nukem step into action and goes to save the world. I think there is a little more to the story than that, but to be honest, I don't think one person on Earth gives a shit about the story in a Duke Nukem game. Riddled throughout the game are enough innuendos and dirty jokes to set feminism back by 20 years or so. This is pretty much as adult humour that adult humour can possibly be, and I guess that's just because I'm a teenager. Everyone expects me to find every dirty joke funny just because they're dirty jokes and I'm a teenager.
Look at that, you can see my dick from here.
Very funny.
And as snobby and pretentious as this sounds, I just roll my eyes at every joke, because I just find that kind of humour mature. But for those of you that can't get enough of puns and innuendos, do you really think this joke is clever?
Duke, stop playing with your balls.
I get it! Balls! Snooker balls! Playing with them! Oh!
Comedic genius!
Now, jokes that aren't dirty jokes are just a lot of references to other games and movies, which I actually find really cool. I really love finding Easter eggs in games. I don't know why, I just really do. But when I complain about the sense of humour, I know that that's just my personal preference. The franchise as a whole is what it is because of its dirty sense of humour, pretty much a Playboy magazine in video game form. So I'm not going to criticise the humour in this game when that's something that the game actually got relatively right. Something to know about this game, which technically makes for the only collectible in the game, is your health meter, or to be more precise, your ego meter, which I have to admit is pretty funny. You gain ego from doing egotistical things around levels, like defeating a boss, admiring yourself in the mirror, lifting weights, and doing this, among other things. It does actually make the game more fun, and it's interesting to see a Duke Nukem game with hints of RPG elements in it. As much as it sounds like I've been praising the game so far, there are multiple problems I have with it, some of them being problems I haven't even heard people talk about. That problem being, some enemies take way more shots to kill than other of the same enemy. I know it's definitely not me, because earlier I was shooting these pig cop things, and one took an RPG bullet to kill, and then the next one took 3 RPG bullets to kill. I was definitely not missing my shots, and I've came across this problem so many times, it's really irritating. A very common complaint is that this game half looks like a PS2 game, and yeah, it does, but that's down to the game's multiple engine-filled past. Still, it really does take you out of the moment when you see some decent-looking scenery like this, and then... wow, that does not look next-gen at all. But what's probably complained about the most is the controls. Now, I don't know if I'm just a gaming wizard, but while I did have problems, I didn't have nearly as many problems as everybody else. Like, this part of the game took people a really long time. Me? Two minutes. The platforming, really infuriating. Me? I landed every jump first time and found it really fun. But this is unacceptable. Playing these minigames are the most infuriating things I've ever come across that constitute as games. Oh, come on, that isn't fair. Crap, come on, no, nearly got it, come on, no, fuck! Come on, no, another try. Ah, so close. God damn, this game is so annoying. Please, just let it end. But with all bad things aside, I don't think Duke Nukem Forever is that bad of a game. Hear me out, hear me out. Now, yes, I agree to the people that say that this game is bad to say how long it took. But if you look past the bad graphics, the inconsistent enemies, and everything else like I did, I found myself to actually be enjoying this game. But while I do think this game to some degree is enjoyable, does that make it a good game?
No, God! No, God, no!
What I'm saying is, this game is a Duke Nukem game. The point of the franchise is to mock everything, to be so self-aware of how bad and cliche it is, and to never, not for a single second, take itself seriously. I'm not saying the developers couldn't have tried harder, but I think people are forgetting that Duke Nukem doesn't try to be Game of the Year. I mean, has anyone played Duke Nukem 3D recently? I thought that game was bad, but I like it for the same unexplainable reasons I like Duke Nukem Forever. What my point comes down to is, if Duke Nukem Forever came out when it was originally supposed to, without any delays, people would have loved it. Because people can't detach it from all its bad reputation, that there's no way they're going to enjoy it. But people with games today are so snobby and expect so much more with games like Skyrim and COD and Battlefield 3 out. I agree, it's miles inferior to all of those, but it isn't trying to be better. And that being said, if I did implement ratings in my reviews, it would probably get a 3 out of 10 at the most. Thanks for watching.